New faces, new mandate. President Tinubu meets service chiefs. Stop TB partnership. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu arrives Manila ahead of 39th board meeting.
We were able to rescue 26 victims. 21 were admitted into our public hospitals in Lagos State.
Pain and grief at Cole Street, Lagos, as another story building collapses. Hello and welcome to the Network News on NTA. I'm Naja Atutijani. Hingino John Adams joins us from our Lagos Network Center, while right here in Abuja, on our usual segments, business and sports, Musa and Ayo. Musa?
Oil prices steady as equities market begins the week in red.
Thank you, Musa. Ayo, what's happening?
Well, Super Falcons are ready to qualify for 2026 WAFCON in Morocco in style.
Well, we look forward to the details. Do remember that this broadcast is being streamed live on our website, nta.ng/live. Do follow us across social media as well. Our handles are displayed on the screen. And now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has officially met the newly appointed service chiefs for the first time. The commander-in-chief last Friday appointed the new chiefs to replace the former service chiefs. Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, who replaces General Christopher Musa as the new Chief of Defense Staff, led the new service chiefs to the President's office this Monday afternoon. The other service chiefs are Chief of Army Staff Major General Waidi Shaibu, Chief of the Air Staff Air Vice Marshal Sunday Aneke, Chief of the Naval Staff Rear Admiral Idi Abbas, and Major General Emmanuel Udende, who retains his position as Chief of Defense Intelligence. The meeting with the chiefs comes as they await confirmation of their new positions. Earlier on in a statement, before the meeting, President Tinubu charged the newly appointed service chiefs to justify the confidence reposed in them to further enhance the professionalism, vigilance and comradeship which define the armed forces of Nigeria. Nigeria's removal from the Financial Action Task Force's grey list reflects its dedication to combating corruption and illicit financial flows. What does this achievement mean for Nigeria, and what is the significance of the grey list? Musa Baba explores these questions.
The grey list, officially termed jurisdictions under increased monitoring, is maintained by the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, an intergovernmental body that establishes global standards to combat money laundering, terrorist financing, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Countries are added to the grey list when identified as having weaknesses in their anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing frameworks. Nigeria was placed on the FATF grey list on February 24, 2023, following a mutual evaluation and revealed deficiencies in areas such as transparency of beneficial ownership, oversight of non-financial sectors like real estate and legal services, and the effectiveness of law enforcement in prosecuting money laundering and terrorist financing cases. The current administration committed to an action plan to address these issues, leading to Nigeria's removal from the list on October 24, 2025.
A record of 4 countries have been removed from the grey list. The countries are Burkina Faso, Mozambique, Nigeria, and South Africa. Some of the actions taken by these jurisdictions include: Nigeria now has a stronger interagency coordination. Mozambique has improved financial intelligence sharing. And Burkina Faso has enhanced financial oversight of financial institutions and gatekeepers.
The Global Watchdog Agency noted that Nigeria demonstrated significant progress through reforms, including enhanced interagency coordination and improved financial intelligence sharing.
These transformations will help better protect communities that are harmed by crime and corruption, those living in fear of terrorist attacks, families with life savings drained by fraud and cybercrime.
The country's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has recovered more than 566.3 billion naira illicit funds and more than 1,500 properties acquired through fraudulent means in the last 2 years in the country. Nigeria's exit from the grey list after approximately 2 years and 8 months is expected to boost investor confidence and facilitate smoother cross-border financial transactions. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Thank you, Musa. The federal government is assuring Nigerians in the diaspora of more robust and coordinated engagement, which will ensure easier and faster access to consular services from Nigerian missions abroad. This assurance was given at the Nigerian Stakeholders Engagement on Diaspora Governance, convened by the House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikpen reports.
Diaspora remittances to Nigeria in 2024 are said to be in excess of $20 billion, constituting a crucial source of foreign exchange for the country. The federal government is working hard to eliminate bottlenecks that frustrate Nigerians abroad by establishing clear channels for collaboration and communication. This time around, government is leveraging technology by unveiling the Needrest mobile app designed to solve communication challenges.
I know that most people have a lot of inquiries, they have a lot of reports, suggestions, ideas they want to make, but the channel has been a major problem.
With this app being put together by the House, which they will give us to run, it will be easier to deal with issues. You know, every state now has a diaspora focal person. Some states now have at the local government level. So maybe an issue is going to a local government level, we'll take it there directly.
This is going to make it possible and easier for them to have some confidence, you know, that they can actually sit in the comfort of their homes out there, and then once there's an opportunity for investment, they can verify from the app to ensure that it's a right and proper and not a dubious, call.
The House of Representatives says it is keen about strengthening institutions that provide efficient services to Nigerians in diaspora. Hence, it is in sync with the executive arm of government to advance initiatives that enhance the welfare of Nigerians abroad. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
Still on Nigerians in diaspora, the chairman of NIDCOM, Abike Dapiri Erewa, has congratulated Muhammad Aminu Sani, an 18-year-old Nigerian, for making aviation history by earning a United States Federal Aviation Administration commercial multi-engine pilot license from Phoenix East Aviation in Daytona Beach, Florida. A statement by the head of media and public relations, NIDCOM, Abdurrahman Balogun, indicates that Sani's accomplishment is a shining example of the brilliance, resilience, and determination of young Nigerians breaking global boundaries. The achievement at such a young age reflects the limitless potential of Nigerian youths when given the right opportunities, mentorship, and support. Sani completed a rigorous training program in less than 12 months, an impressive feat achieved without a single check ride failure, a rarity even among seasoned trainees. The chairman praises him for his discipline and excellence, stating that his success is a source of national pride and a beacon of hope for millions of young Nigerians striving to make a mark globally. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has arrived Manila, the capital city of the Philippines, ahead of her participation at the 39th Stop TB Partnership Board meeting. She was received at the Ninoy International Airport around 11 o'clock in the evening local time by a delegation led by Adesina Oloje, the Chargé d'Affaires, Embassy of Nigeria in Manila, Philippines. She was later treated to a warm reception by members of the Nigerians in Diaspora organization in the Philippines, as well as Nigerian students community in the Southeast Asian country.
We are saying you are welcome. You are welcome.
During her working visit to the country, the First Lady, who is a global national Stop TB champion, will engage other partners at the board meeting, providing details of ongoing efforts in Nigeria to ramp up TB testing and treatment ahead of the 2030 eradication deadline. On the sidelines of the high-level meeting, the First Lady will also visit Medical City in Manila, along with other engagements. She is accompanied on the visit by the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate. In a nation where cancer too often arrives quietly, Medicaid Cancer Foundation is giving it a human face, promoting early detection, strengthening support for patients, and celebrating those who refuse to give up. Juliana Nicholas captured the moment, and her report is presented from our studios.
Abuja's morning air stirs with energy as Walk Away Cancer 2025 comes alive. Survivors, friends, and families march side by side, a colorful wave of courage and compassion. From Mona Lisa Park, their steps create a rhythm of strength and unity, a reminder that no one fights alone, and every walk begins with hope.
Collectively, we will play our role to ensure that there's no room for cancer in Nigeria.
Every one of us can contribute to making somebody else's life better.
Cancer is not a death sentence, in a sense that if it's detected on time, you know, once you can monitor your body system, once you're not feeling fine with your body, just go and run a test.
The government should look into the cause, because let's assume that I was opportunity to see one or two persons that supported me, but not all the time. The little money I saved, up to now I've not recovered.
Walk Away Cancer is an 11-year-old program that was initiated by Medicaid Cancer Foundation to create awareness and call for better policies for cancer patients. We need to have better health care, a system that will pick all these people up and care for them.
As the walk ends, the finish line becomes a symbol of triumph for those still fighting and for those who have won. Their message, a call for a cancer-free Nigeria and a world where hope never walks alone.
Let's talk the primary election in Ekiti State. The incumbent governor of Ekiti State and the governorship aspirant of the APC in the state, Biodun Oyebanji, has been endorsed as the party's flag bearer in the 2026 governorship election in a consensus primary election held in Ado Ekiti. Tayo Osho reports.
The affirmation of the consensus candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, began with the accreditation of delegates from the 177 wards across the 16 local government areas of the state. The withdrawal by one of the two aspirants who were cleared by the APC to contest the election at Inuke Omulayo set the tone for the affirmation of Governor Biodun Oyebanji as the sole candidate, which was moved by the Senate leader and senator representing Ekiti Central Senatorial District, Michael Okoyemi Bamidele, and seconded by the Speaker Ekiti State House of Assembly, Aribasoye Adeoye, before it was put to vote by the Chairman, Consensus Committee, Governor Usman Ododo of Kogi State.
Those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Governor Biodun Oyebanji thanked the party and Ekiti people for their support and promised to continue to deliver on his promises to the people. He appreciated President Bola Tinubu for his renewed hope agenda and economic policies which has transformed the country and made APC attractive to all and sundry.
It is time to work together so that we can win together. It is in unity that we can try.
The exercise had in attendance the representatives of the All Progressives Congress national officers, party leaders in the state, INEC official and national election observers. In Ado Ekiti, Tayo Osho, NTA News.
Meanwhile, former Governor Jigawa State and chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Sule Lamido, is threatening to take legal action against the party if he is not granted access to purchase nomination forms ahead of the forthcoming national convention scheduled for November 15 and 16 in Ibadan, Oyo State. Timothy Yusuf reports that some principal officers of the party have also claimed to have been locked out of the process leading to the convention.
Former Governor Sule Lamido this Monday at the National Secretariat of the PDP to obtain valid forms to contest the office of the National Chairman of the PDP at the forthcoming elective National Convention of the party. His attempts to obtain the PDP nomination form, however, proved unsuccessful.
Traditionally, forms are normally sold there. That's why I came here. So if they're sold, somewhere else, then I'll find why they've been sold, because they say they are now under the chairmanship of the Convention Committee. So Fintiri now holding the form, so I have to go to Adama and buy the form.
I've never seen this kind of arrangement before. We are even National Secretary of the party. I don't see the color. I don't know if the form is red or white or black.
In another twist, representatives of Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, who emerged as a consensus candidate for the North after an exhaustive meeting, believe that former Governor Sule Lamido acted out of the stipulated period for purchase of nomination and expression of interest forms.
What we are awaiting now is for the party to invite Kabiru Tanimu Turaki for screening. So if Sule Lamido went to the Wadata looking for forms, he went on the wrong date, because the party has stipulated which day you are supposed to go and buy form and which day you are supposed to submit form.
Meanwhile, the National Convention Organizing Committee of the PDP has put on hold the screening of aspirants for the 2025 elective National Convention, earlier scheduled for this Tuesday, October 28, 2025. Chairman of the party's National Convention Organizing Committee and Governor of Adamawa State, Amodu Fintiri, in a statement says a new date will be communicated once fixed. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
This is the network news on NTA. Stay tuned for more reports in a moment. We're talking education matters now. Determined to expand its presence, the National Examinations Council, NECO, has established a new examination centre in London, the United Kingdom, bringing to 8 the number of NECO examination centres in the diaspora. During its inauguration, the Registrar Chief Executive of the Council, Professor Ibrahim Dentani Wushishi, said the initiative aligns with the federal government's policy of expanding access to quality education for Nigerians in the diaspora through computer-based education. Fatima Usman reports.
The establishment of the United Kingdom Examination Centre was created to provide opportunities for Nigerian students and adult learners in the United Kingdom who, for various reasons, have been unable to complete secondary education or obtain equivalent qualifications. This is in line with NECO's objective of providing credible and accessible examination opportunities for Nigerians residing abroad, in line with the federal government education policy on inclusivity and global engagement. The center offers profound and far-reaching benefits, such as direct empowerment of the diaspora, elevation of national pride and global standing, economic and social dividends, as well as leveraging proven educational capacity. While at the Education Matters Conference in UK, NECO Registrar, he said, NECO certificates are also accepted worldwide, including the USA, Canada, India, China, and Russia, among others.
Our presence in the UK, a global hub for education, signifies our readiness to have our standard rigorously benchmarked against the world's best.
NECO's global expansion is accelerating as it is currently having new centers awaiting accreditation in Egypt and Burkina Faso assessment body, which is now successfully administered in 7 countries, including the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In Mina, I'm Fatima Usman, NTA News.
Governor Umar Namadi has flagged off the construction of the 30-kilometer Okuwawa to Kafin Hausa feeder road in Miga local government area of Jigawa State. The project, valued at 7 billion naira, is expected to link several agrarian communities and ease transportation of farm produce across the region. Muhammad Musa Askira reports.
Governor Umar Namadi, while performing the groundbreaking ceremony, said the Takwawa to Kafin Hausa Road is one of 3 major road projects currently ongoing in Miga local government area at a combined cost of 30 billion naira. He described Miga as a strategic agricultural hub whose contributions to Jigawa State's gross agricultural output remains highly significant. As part of activities preceding the Government Citizens Engagement Forum held in Miga, 2 key agrarian villages were also connected to the national grid, a development that the governor said will further enhance productivity and improve the living standards of residents. Speakers at the forum commended the initiative, describing the Citizens Engagement Program as an innovative platform that deepens participatory governance and strengthens the bond between the government and the people.
Mr. President, there was 20 trailers of fertilizer to be sold to the people at subsidized rate. What the Commissioner of Education has said, what we have spent of close to 3.5 billion naira alone in Miga local government. Likewise, the Commissioner of Health, about 600 million naira has been invested.
Miga local government, home to the Speaker of the Jigawa State House of Assembly, Haruna Aliu Dangiatin, hosted an impressive gathering of dignitaries, including the chairman of the Northern Caucus of the House of Representatives, Al-Hassan Adodogwa, and the Minister of State for Education, Sueba Hamid, among other APC stalwarts from within and outside Jigawa State. From Duty, Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
Have a tragic story next. The 2-story building has collapsed on Cole Street at the Uibo area of Lagos, with 1 person confirmed dead and 26 others rescued at the time of filing this report. Ometere Chiedu reports that both federal and state emergency response teams are at the scene, working to rescue others still trapped under the rubble.
About 26 people, including 7 men, 4 women and 4 children, have been rescued and are currently receiving treatment in government hospitals. Officials describe the situation as critical but remain hopeful as search and rescue efforts continue.
What we are trying to do now is to do rescue. Let's rescue those people that are there. We were able to recover 1 body.
We were able to rescue 26 victims. 21 were admitted into our public hospitals in Lagos State.
Residents were the first to respond, pulling victims from the debris before emergency teams arrived. Their swift intervention, witnesses say, helped save several lives.
It happened when I was sleeping, so I woke up immediately and I was rushed to this place. So the next thing I see is that the building was collapsed.
Eyewitnesses say the building had long been marked as distressed, a warning that went unheeded.
There's 1 woman there now, and the woman is very old, you understand? So they say that the woman have a stroke.
But the sorry thing about it all is that this is a building that the government has marked for demolition.
In Lagos, Ometere Chiedu, NTA News.
Thank you, Ometere. We'll be expecting more updates. Now, Katsina State government has announced the establishment of the Ministry of Livestock Development to complement the efforts of the Renewed Hope agenda in transforming the livestock sector. Governor Dikko Umarata revealed this during a courtesy visit to the Minister of Livestock Development. Yusuf Jika reports.
The federal government transformation agenda in the livestock sector is now attracting states with 18 on the list and still counting, with Katsina State as the latest in embracing the initiative that is turning the fortunes of the industry and upscaling the gains of value chain.
It's one area that we need to support, and because of that we key into the Renewed Hope initiative of Mr. President by establishing a Ministry of Livestock Development in the state and appointment of a commissioner. And then all of us came here to seek support, collaboration, and to synergize with the ministry.
For the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha said the visit has further widened the developmental efforts of the industry.
We are here to work hand in glove with all the state governments today to bring about to unlock all the potentials in the livestock sector. And here Katsina has come here today, reeling out all the achievements they have done, all the initiatives, and these are they are all have dovetailed with what Mr. President is doing.
It was really heartwarming listening to you share with us your achievements.
And I must tell the team, you're very fortunate to have a champion. I want to believe it has made your work easier.
The minister describes the livestock industry as a dependable industry for today and the future. In Abuja, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Now let's head to Kogi State, where through sheer will and unrelenting patience, the Grand Qadi of the Sharia Court of Appeal in the state, Justice Abdulkarim Arua, has climbed heights many only dream of. His latest academic feat, earning a doctorate degree, is a powerful message to everyone who dares to dream big. Jonathan Omajali captured the moment of celebration when friends gathered in Lokoja to honor the remarkable milestone.
Lawyer, author, mentor, judge, head of court, administrator.
Away from the courtroom where he's revered for his brilliance in dispensing justice, away from lecture halls where he sat humbly as a student among his peers, Justice Abdulkarim Arua, the Grand Qadi, sits in an informal circle of celebration. Here, teachers, colleagues from the bench, academics and family fill the room, not to argue a case, but to honor a man who just conquered yet another academic summit. Despite an already distinguished career laden with years at the corridor of justice and an intimidating workload, the Grand Qadi, an unshaking believer that learning is lifelong, embarked on a fresh intellectual journey. Today, he proudly holds a PhD in peace and conflict resolution from the Federal University, Lokoja.
He has attained the #1 position, at least in the Sharia Court of Appeal. God will continue to promote us.
Also, that in the state judiciary today, where there's conflict, you will always be available for peace.
As His Lordship said, and as I will add, because conflict is a permanent feature and core part of human being, human relationships, human interaction, and human existence.
We celebrate you as Doctor, Philosophy in Peace and Conflict Studies. It's our joy.
Goodwill messages poured in from the university, the Eje Ofofu, and representatives of the Council of Ulama, JNI and Form 1. Jonathan Omajali, NTA News.
Literally a man of many hats, Doctor and Justice of the Peace. Let's now join Hingino in Lagos for more reports from that axis. Hingino.
Thank you, Najatu. Good evening. The Nigerian media ecosystem, like other industries, is confronted with numerous challenges. However, the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, is proactively addressing these issues. This was reiterated during the closing ceremony of AfriCast 2025, which culminated in a gala night where industry leaders shared insights and proactive steps for navigating the digital landscape and fostering a more robust media ecosystem for the future. Adejoke Odeka completes the story.
Your participation remains an integral part.
The curtains drew to a close on AfriCast 2025, hosted by the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, with a special closing ceremony. With the theme, Navigating the Digital Surge, Building a Resilient African Media Ecosystem for the Future, the event brought together media industry leaders to share insights and shape Africa's media future.
We've decided to get into the industry and fix the problem. So the conversations, education, capacity building for our creatives to be ready for investments, how to structure their businesses, how to be ready for the global platforms. That's what we're doing.
Participants had actively engaged as they aligned with the NBC's objective of enhancing Nigeria's contribution to the advancement of the African media ecosystem.
The take-home especially is what we do with our content. Our content must remain very African, even though new technologies are now available and we're expected to embrace it.
The world is evolving,
and being as evolving, Nigeria, Africa must join the evolving media world to move along too, in terms of content, in terms of how to transmit the content, and in terms of how to capture the listeners out there.
Africa's is perfect to combine all media people to meet around and see the new technology, partner together to bring the best of media.
The fun-filled night, which had a blend of music, comedy and friendship, ended with presentation of certificates to participants. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
Away from Africa's German multinational company and Africa's leading skincare outfit, Livestock Consumer Products Limited, manufacturers of Nivea products, for the second time gave football fans in Lagos a watch party of the first El Clasico of the season in the Spanish La Liga. Olumide Eguntola reports that Real Madrid defeated arch-rivals Barcelona 2-1, to the admiration of the teaming fans.
It was yet another fulfilling, fun-filled and exciting El Clasico watch party as fans, supporters and stakeholders of Spanish La Liga converged to enjoy the excitement viewing the first El Clasico of the season, courtesy by the manufacturers of Nivea products. Real Madrid did not disappoint its teaming fans as they silenced Barcelona 2-1 to widen the gap on the league table. Executives of Livestock, the manufacturers of Nivea men, confirmed that the match further solidifies the partnership between the two unique brands.
Nigerian consumers will have a repeat of El Clasico because the joint partnership between Real Madrid and Nivea continues to 2030. And we are looking forward to making it even bigger. So we are here live in Lagos watching El Clasico. You might be surprised that a lot of Nigerians might be over there in Real Madrid at some point at the Bernabeu, courtesy Nivea, to actually go and see this game live.
If you look at Real Madrid, they're elegant, they're stylish, but they're precise. They have a precision on the football field. The same thing with Nivea Men. Stylish brand that brings out the confidence in men with the German precision. So it's a marriage of two brands with shared values.
We have spray, we have lotion, and all these products are great for your skin. It has 72-hour sweat and odor protection, which is extremely important. It reduces bacteria by more than 99.9%. I mean, can you even beat that?
The fans described the victory as refreshing.
I'm so happy. It's a thrilling day for me.
And this is the first time I'm actually taking my time out to come outside my comfort zone to watch a Real Madrid match, and they did not disappoint me.
Nivea Men is the official partners of Real Madrid, currently topping the Spanish La Liga table with 27 points after Sunday's victory over Barcelona. In Lagos, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
That's it from here. The news will continue after the break.
Thanks for staying tuned. The Federal Ministry of Environment is taking steps to address plastic pollution and mitigate environmental hazards of plastic waste while contributing to energy security and green growth. The ministry is collaborating with Premium Blue Economy to organize a one-day workshop on the technical demonstration of the conversion of plastic waste to ultra-low sulfur diesel. The technical workshop, which is aimed at achieving environmental sustainability, clean energy transition and circular economy solutions, will also highlight modern pyrolysis and refining technologies which can transform plastic waste into clean diesel fuel. The event will also provide a platform for possible partnerships, policy alignments and strategic interventions. Musa Abubakar of our business desk has more on energy. Musa?
Thank you, Naja. From Gambia to Nigeria, young entrepreneurs are advocating practical African business blueprint that includes diaspora business leadership, youth development, and investment collaboration across the continent. This has been made possible with partnership from the AFCFTA, the European Cultural Center, the U.S. African Trade Commission, with a view to establishing business hubs for the promotion, capacity building, and funding of business from top to bottom.
In fact,
not just investment and possibilities, but also attract the goodwill of other countries as well.
Most importantly, the major funding comes actually from your country. There's a lot of funding possibilities right here in Nigeria.
We're going to bring our capacity, we're going to bring our networks, and also add our leverage.
Africa is not what it is without Kenya.
And now talking energy, oil prices were little change on Monday, supported by optimism over a potential U.S.-China trade deal framework and renewed U.S. sanctions on Russia, which help counter worries about weak global demand. Brent crude futures rose 14 cents or 0.2% to $66.08 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude gained 22 cents or 0.4% to $61.74. Both benchmarks had earlier slipped by about 1% in early trading. And out to capital market trading on the Nigerian Exchange Limited, NGX closed on a negative note as profit taken in key blue chip stocks dragged the market indicators lower. The all share index dipped to 155,496.15 points, while market capitalization fell to 98.70 trillion naira, reflecting a bearish sentiment across major sectors. A total of 503 million shares valued at 24.94 billion naira were traded in 39,972 deals, showing active participation despite the market downturn. Aradel Holdings led the gainers with 10% share price appreciation, losing at 869 naira per share, followed by NEM Insurance Company, ASO Savings and Loans, and Eternal. On the losing side, Deep Capital Management and Trust came out last with an end-of-day price depreciation of 9.71% at 1 naira 58 kobo per share, followed by Champion Breweries, Red Star Express, and Wapik Insurance. Analysts say the decline was driven by sell-offs in banking and industrial goods stocks, even as investors adopt a cautious stance ahead of key macroeconomic data releases. But as Business News rather. Naja is back to you.
It's all good if you call it Express, Musa. It's all good. Now, President Bola Tinubu celebrates his longtime friend and political ally, Senator Abu Ibrahim, as he turns 80 on Tuesday, October 28. In a message personally signed by the president, he describes Senator Abu as a brother and one who is more than a friend, right from when they first met in the Senate chambers in 1992. President Tinubu joins his family, friends and associates in praying for many more years of good health and renewed strength for Senator Ibrahim so that he may continue his laudable service to the nation and humanity. Similarly, President Tinubu sends warm greetings to former First Lady Chief Margaret Shoneko on her 84th birthday. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga. The President commends her patriotism and moral excellence, exemplified by her return to her former office, WAEC, in 1994, after serving as Nigeria's First Lady for 3 months. The President prays for her continued well-being and beseeches God to grant her good health, strength, and a sound mind. We'll take another break now. Do stay tuned for sports. Just in time for sports update with Ayo Makinde. Ayo, I hear someone's up for nomination.
Absolutely correct, Naja Atu, and that's Super Falcons defender Michelle Alozie, who has been nominated for the 2025 FIFPro Women's World 11. After nominees were selected through votes from players worldwide, Alozie earned recognition for her impressive performances for Nigeria during the Women's Africa Cup of Nations and with the National Women's Football League club in the USA. Eastern Dash. The right back netted a decisive goal in Super Falcons semi-final win over Banyana from South Africa last July, as she was named in the team of the tournament. The 28-year-old is one of the 8 nominees in the defenders category, ahead of the announcement of the finalists for World 11 on November 3, 2025. Elsewhere, Super Falcons head coach Justin Madugu maintains his team cannot be complacent against Benin Republic despite having a first leg advantage. Nigeria won the first leg of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match 2-0 in Lomé last Friday. The teams will face off again in the second leg at the Moshood Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta on Tuesday. The aggregate winner will secure a spot in the WAFCON finals in Morocco, which will take place from March 17 to April 3, 2026. And before we go, let's tell you that Nigeria's Flamingos take on Italy in a highly anticipated round of 16 match at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Morocco, where a place in the quarterfinals is at stake. This will be the first encounter between the two countries at this stage of the tournament. Nigeria qualified as one of the best third-place teams after a 4-1 defeat to Canada and a narrow 1-0 loss to France before a decisive 4-0 victory over Samoa. And that's your sports. It's back to Najatu.
Thank you, Ayo. So glad to see women taking the lead. And on that note, we conclude the network news on NTA. Thanks for watching. On behalf of the crew, have an excellent rest of the week. I'm Najatu Tijani.